Yo, I feel amazing because I cooked and I haven't cooked in a while. Cooking has been a very troubling task for me, right? And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm cooking not only not only lunch, but dinner. And if you know anything, I live in New York City, so I have to like eating out gets very expensive. You can easily spend over $300 to $400 a month eating daily outside. Uh, yeah. So, uh, saving myself that is going to be a huge savings, and yeah, very excited about that habit of just cooking as well. It's a great thing to do mindfully. One of the biggest things that I wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about was retention, and this is more specifically for men. So, ladies, if you're watching, uh, utilize this information for any male in your life. Just kind of hand it over to them. Retention itself is a practice, right? It's a very physical practice and it's not necessarily noted. A prime example is, all right, well, I'll set the scene for you. You're sitting in, you're sitting at home or you're sitting wherever you're sitting, and all of a sudden, sexual urges come up into your head, right? Thoughts, desires, all that stuff. And this is natural. If you're in your 20s, in your teens, or you're going up into your 30s. Matter of fact, this still happens to gentlemen even later in their life, 40s, 50s, and 60s, right? You're sitting there and you are, and the urges come up. Retention itself is not a practice of 100 of withholding. It's a practice of transmuting and redirecting, which means in 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 just sitting with the urge, there's a good chance that uh yeah, I'll preface there's multiple ways to handle the urge. What I'm mainly gonna put down here is I'm gonna give you a physical practice that you can do to begin to get there. Next, if the urge itself is unbearable, this is what the practice is for. Ultimately, this is the practice. There's a muscle underneath your crotch that you use to stop urinating. That is called your perineum. You contract your perineum, take a deep breath, and repeat this mantra over to yourself, which is style strengthening or strengthen style, right? Once again, squeeze your perineum, repeat strengthen style, take a deep breath in, and then out. You can repeat strengthen style after the breath. So, once again, squeeze your perineum, take a deep breath in, strengthen style. The reason you want to do this is because a lot of what makes you unique and helps you achieve the goals that you want and all the great stuff that you can still, and this is one of the best part, you can still achieve those sexual desires by redirecting, which I think is a much better name than the other word, is you, like I said, there's still a way to get what you want. There's still a way to get those desires met. So once again, when you squeeze your perineum, take a deep breath in and out through your nose, and repeat strengthening or strengthen strengthen style. Yes, uh, it's all rooted in your style, and this channel within itself is deeply connected to just creativity. Your style, the way you do things, how you do things, right? How you talk, how you walk, how you work, right? Whatever you do for work, your specific style in these areas of your life, cooking, exercising, which is amongst the most important two things ever. How you do these things is the exact same. What's driving how you do these things is the exact same energy that's driving you sexually. It's driving you to want these sexual desires. And if you realize it is a practice of delaying gratification when you decide to retain and redirect, is you are delaying the gratification. You're delaying the you're delaying that feel good right now with that physical practice, right? And once you do that practice where you squeeze your perineum, take a deep breath in and out of your nose and repeat strengthen style, you go and do something that strengthens your style. Uh, as simple as doing like toe, do this with your foot, little stuff, right? And I'm talking very small. You want to begin to strengthen your style, strengthen how you move, how you exist in this realm, right? And that ultimately is going to help you tremendously with everything else in life. It's going to help you achieve and get all of your desires met. You know, you'll do the amount of reps necessary to get there. You'll put in the work and get to where you want to be simply because you're strengthening your style. And it's also very attractive. It's incredibly attractive seeing somebody who is confident and feels good in their own style. It's hot, man. It's so good. It's very sexy. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you see somebody who's walking and it comes off as confidence, but what it really is just, which it is confidence. It's practice. You have strengthened your style and you're confident with how you convey and conduct yourself, right? So that's just a huge thing, which is like, that sets the foundation for everything, right? And that practice itself, it's not like you can just stay there, sit. You have to put it into practice. You have to go and move. You have to do stuff with it, right? And this is a big one that I really wanted to talk about today, because it's something that I know men, we this isn't necessarily spoken about, and this is the other half, which is something I wanted to talk about, which is uh, to rise above what's it called, resistance, right? Strengthening your style against resistance, because resistance is a natural part of life, right? Decaying, all this stuff, it's a natural part of life. And that sexual energy is so strong and is so, it really makes you want to do stuff. Really, it really makes you want to do stuff. And by redirecting it and transmutating it into something completely different, where it's now being used and being conducted into something, and you strengthen your style, once again, I'm saying this word again because it's so important. You are strengthening your style against resistance, right? You can use that by retaining itself. You'll fight against resistance, but by transmuting it, you will literally, like, yeah, it'll create a, literally oh my god, this is so great. You see anything popular, right, or anything successful, it has resisted, uh it had what's it called, it had rose above resistance, right? This is a very complicated topic, so I'm stumbling upon my words sometimes. Nonetheless, anything successful has risen above resistance. Anything successful has risen above resistance, and has a strong style. That's what makes it strong in the first place, is, hey, there has been resistance and it has still risen above that, right? So choosing to be strong, choosing strength, choosing to redirect and do the practice is an act of anti-fragility. It's an act of anti-fragility, and it's what ultimately helps you the most. Truthfully, I have a calendar, and I recommend doing this, is so you don't really be so you don't beat yourself up about it, because I know there's a lot of guilt and shame that can come from uh, having a retention practice. I have stickers, right? And I have my calendar and I have a sticker, and every single time I release, I stamp it on my calendar. The reason for that is because, and if you have a partner, this is great, because your partner is infertile after 17 days of getting their initial period. I'm giving you a lot of information. Like I said, please always do your own research. Nonetheless, when you put your when you put the sticker on your calendar, you will see it, and you will be honest with yourself, and it won't hurt because, hey, there's a lot less stickers on this calendar than there were a few months ago. And you'll look at it and you'll be like, and not only will you not feel guilty or shameful, you'll begin to use that process of releasing as a tribute. You'll begin to, you'll create a ceremony around it, and you'll make it special because, hey, I'm not doing this very often. You're not, right? Especially during the winter months where the sun is a little bit further. The sun is a big contributor along with exercise. I'm probably going to talk about this a little bit more because I know a lot, and I read about this a lot, and I understand it a lot. And there's a lot of information that I'm kind of just packing right now. And if recommend taking notes, there's nonetheless the sun itself, and exercise and eating well is so important because of just how much it contributes to that energy, right? And you can do all those things fantastically, but you have to put them to work and strengthen your style. It goes right back into it, right? Where it's like, hey, uh strengthen the style of how your body looks, strengthen the style of how your work looks, strengthen the style of your cooking, how you cook, what you put into your food, and things along those lines, right? Incredibly important. And your relationships, how you talk, how you speak and conduct yourself, put energy behind those things, right? Because that's what that energy is. That's what that energy is asking you to do and wants you to do. It's looking to propel you forward, man. It's the thing that got you here in the first place, truthfully. So put it to work. Put it to work. And the majority of demons and whatever, the religions and things like that, they all speak on this aspect, like in spirituality. All the demons and stuff that people talk about and everything comes from the battle that a human has to withhold and has to go through with their sexual desires, right? Because if you, and this is going to tell you basically what happens if you don't retain, is one, you're already having resistance. Resistance is already a natural part of life. So you're not going to have the necessary energy to withhold against resistance. Two, you won't have a style. Who you are as a person won't necessarily be much, right? There won't be a way that you talk. There won't be a way that you cook. There won't be a way that you do anything. It'll be very bland. You'll become general. You'll become average, right? And so you have to put this into practice, right? Because by default, resistance is going to happen from people, the ones you love, the ones you don't love. Like, it's normal, right? And Mother Nature herself with four seasons, there's a lot of things that you have to take into account when it comes to what is actually causing you resistance. And so it's that sexual energy that's going to help you rise above that, and not only rise above it, but with style, right? Cool. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. A link to the latest hoodie is down below. That's the first link. A link to the mentorship down below. That's one-on-one time with me. 3, a link to the newsletter. Stay up to date with everything that's going on, events, hoodie releases, mentorship availability, all those things down below. And if you got anything from this episode, please leave a like so that it may reach other individuals in our community. Thank you.